Let me tell you a quick story about accounting software for Mac. So here's a review you want to pay attention to. Number 10, we have Wave Accounting. Our score, 7.4 over 10. So this is best for free accounting software, whether you want to do with Mac or you want to do Windows. And we love the fact that with Wave Accounting, you don't have to pay anything at all. It's totally free. You only want, if you want to use their Wave payments and Wave payroll integrations, that's when you have to pay for anything. Otherwise, if you want to use the Wave Accounting and Wave invoicing, it's totally free. Okay, so here are the pros and cons of Wave Accounting. So you have free accounting software. It's very easy to use. You have unlimited expenses, invoices, and receipts, and you have a modern, user-friendly interface. What about the cons here? They do have minimal customer support. You have very basic features, and this is not for larger, more established businesses that use Mac, okay? Here is a pricing for Wave Accounting, the first screenshot, and the second screenshot. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We love having a quick convo about the best accounting software tools for Mac. Number 9, we have here, Cashew. Our score, 8 over 10. So this is great for easy setup. So, and what we love here is that you have a free trial of 14 days. So you have the ability to test the system and see, you know what, if you like it, if you don't like it, that's really good. And you can use Cashew on your Mac right away, as the setup process will take no more than 2 to 3 minutes. And the software instantly runs on your computer. It learns your vendors, sorts your expenses, and generates a contact list. You don't have to manually import a lot of data. Okay, and while it's fairly simple accounting software, it's fully encrypted and allows for unlimited users without charging you extra. So this is kind of cool. Talk about efficiency and affordability. Fantastic. Okay, and so here are the pros and cons. Pros: you have a very user-friendly and easy to set up process. You have unlimited users, customizable chart of accounts, and you have iPhone app available. What about the cons here? It does lack document management. You have limited integrations, and you don't have a lot of advanced features. Here is a pricing for Cashew as is the date of this show. So overall, Cashew can be a smart option if you like basic accounting software with an easy, fast setup process for your Mac. Number 8, we have Neat. Our score, 8.5 over 10. Neat is great for organizing receipts and expenses on your Mac. And the cool thing is Neat Accounting features Neat files, which lets you upload and match receipts through a Mac-compatible mobile app. You'll be able to stay organized right off the bat and understand exactly where your money is going, as the software makes it easy to categorize each receipt. Then you also have Neat Invoices, which is designed to help you send customizable invoices. Once your clients receive them, they can pay via credit card or debit cards or WePay bank transfers. And so if you have a lot of expenses and receipts to manage, Neat Accounting can be a lifesaver for you. And here are the pros and cons. You have easy receipt and expense matching, customizable invoices. You have guided workflows through the process, through the software, and you have real-time reporting from your Mac. What about the cons here? It's more expensive than competitors. You have no CRM integration, which is really important if you deal with a lot of clients, and you have a lack of time tracking and payroll features. Here is a pricing for Neat as of the date of this show. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic, where I'm actually sharing with you the top 10 best accounting software for Mac. Number 7, we have Sage. Our score, 8.9 over 10. So Sage is great for businesses with international customers that use Mac, okay? So Sage's multi-currency support can help you meet the needs of your international customers, and it lets you create invoices and manage payments between multiple banks and currencies all in one spot. Think about it. Think about centrality. Think about operational scalability. Okay, this is kind of cool. We love the efficiency that Sage brings into your accounting also. And here are the pros and cons of Sage. Pros: you have multi-currency support, automatic bank reconciliation, integrations with third-party apps, and you have iPhone app. What about the cons? You have limited customization options. You have an outdated interface, and there's no time tracking in Sage. I want you to look right there on the screen. Here is the pricing for Sage as of the date of this show. So if you use Mac and you would like to manage your accounting and invoicing while you're traveling, You can actually do it through with Sage, not a problem. As long as you have an iOS device, not a problem at all. Number 6, we have NetSuite. Our score, 9/10. So NetSuite is great for scaling, okay? And so when we think about NetSuite, I want you to think about a SaaS product. So SaaS, software as a service product. So it's cloud-based. It has a lot of accounting capabilities. For example, it has accounting, inventory management, order management, and tax management, among other things. And but you can always add on Mac compatible modules as you grow your small business and your needs change. And several of the modules you can choose from are payroll, HR, performance management, suite commerce, demand planning, manufacturing, fixed assets management, and contracts renewals, okay? Plus, they're all built-in reporting capabilities that make it easy to share your current status and progress with others. The cool thing we love about NetSuite is that it's very compatible. It's very customizable. So it doesn't matter if you have an iOS device or a Windows device, you can really use it, not a problem. And if you want to switch onto an app, if you have an iPhone app, not a problem at all. And it works well with Android too. What are the pros and cons of this tool? Pros: customizable, scalable features, easy integration, all-in-one solution with performance and HR management. And this includes inventory management. This is kind of cool. What about the cons here? It does require a learning curve. It's not easy to understand, at least at the beginning. It lacks transparent pricing, and you have limited basic support. So here is a pricing for NetSuite. As of the date of this show, you have to contact the sales and get them your info before they actually give you everything. Number 5, we have QuickBooks, our score, 9.2/10. So when you think about QuickBooks, I want you to think about a great overall accounting software for Mac and for Windows also, for that matter. And you have a free trial of 30 days. This is kind of cool. So when you think about QuickBooks, just think about a tool that has the breadth and depth that you need to do a lot of things. From accounting to invoicing to expense tracking, everything. You can do a lot of things, okay? And in addition, there is a mobile app you can download on your Mac device, making it very easy to complete various accounting tasks on the go. Since there are 4 plans options, you can choose the one that works best for your unique budget and business initiatives. And so what we love here is that we love the fact that here are the pros and cons, by the way. So pros: easy to implement, tons of advanced features, intuitive mobile app, you have a free 30-day trial. What about the cons? Plans are fairly expensive compared to leading competitors, and you have limited support. Here is a pricing for QuickBooks as of the date of this show. Number 4, we have Xero, our score, 9.4/10. And one thing I want to say here is that it's really important to understand that when we talk about Xero, you need to understand that you have a lot of opportunities here, okay? A lot of opportunities, not just in terms of what you can do with the tool, but also what the tool can help you, like plan overall. So Xero is great in terms of its Mac-friendly accounting programs, accounting modules, by the way. And you may also set permission levels for each user and keep tabs on what they're doing through a log. And in addition, Xero offers a standard Mac-compatible inventory management app, plus customizable reports and dashboards. Okay, so with Xero, no matter which plan you choose, you'll be able to add as many users as you like without paying extra. Here are the pros and cons of Xero. You have competitive pricing, unlimited users with all plans, basic inventory management, and you have the ability to set varying permissions for users. What about the cons here? Well, the basic plan limits invoices and bills. There's no live support, and this requires a learning curve, so you got to just plan that. And here is a pricing for Xero as of the date of this show. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about the best accounting software for Mac. Number 3, we have here FreshBooks. Our score, 9.5/10. So when you think about FreshBooks, I want you to think about a tool that's great for freelancers and solopreneurs who actually use Mac, okay? And there is a free trial of 30 days that we love a lot with FreshBooks, and we love the fact that it's very simple. I mean, FreshBooks is not really trying to complicate things at all for users. It makes it very simple. It is a very solid choice in our view if you work independently and you have a smaller client base. So here are the pros and cons of FreshBooks. Pros: affordable plans start at $15 per month. It's a very intuitive tool, making it a great choice for accounting beginners. You have easy invoicing. You have a long 30-day free trial. What about the cons here? This is not for larger businesses, and it does cost extra to add more users, and you have less customization than alternatives. Here is a pricing for FreshBooks as of the date of this show. Number 2, we have Zoho Books. Our score, 9.7 over 10. So this is best for a robust iPhone app in our view, and you have a free trial of 14 days. So with Zoho Books, you also have the fact that they are very flexible in terms of pricing. They actually, as a matter of fact, they actually give you a free plan where you pay nothing as long as you remain under a certain threshold. So Zoho Books is a cloud accounting software complete with an invoice, inventory, and project management system. And what we love here is that with Zoho, we love the fact that it has a handy dashboard to give you a pretty clear picture of your top 10 expenses, total receivables, payables, and sales. And there is also a Zoho Books app you can download on any Mac device to take care of your accounting needs while you are away from your desk. In addition to quick business insights, this app makes it a lot easier to generate and send invoices and record expenses. And so this is kind of cool. And so here are the pros and cons here. Pros: a free plan is available. You have a convenient mobile app for iOS, excellent support, and many other free and affordably priced tools for businesses. What about the cons here? You do have a maximum of 15 users. You have advanced features that require a paid plan, and you have limited integration capabilities. Here is a pricing for Zoho Books as of the date of this show. Number 1, the best of the best in our view when it comes to the best accounting software for Mac, Margin Edge. Our score, 9.9 over 10. Margin Edge is kind of cool for restaurants though. So it's a niche software, but it's really great. If you are in the restaurant industry and you use Mac, you happen to use an iOS device, you will love Margin Edge because it is a cloud-based accounting software that's specifically designed for restaurants that use Mac devices. Okay, and this is kind of cool, and thanks to its daily food cost calculation feature, you can control cost and maximize profits, which really helps in terms of revenue optimization. And the software also lets you upload vendor invoices and get them paid from any iOS mobile device. So here are the pros and cons. Pros: easy to use, full restaurant management software, daily food cost calculations. You have food waste reports to help optimize ordering and portions. What about the cons here? It's far more expensive than competitors. There's only one plan, and you can't use previous data. So here is a pricing for Margin Edge as of the date of this show. So overall, I want to have a quick overview with you when we talk about the best accounting software for Mac. It's really important to understand that if you are trying to find Mac-friendly accounting software, you need to pay attention to a few data points to make sure you are getting the right sort of deal for you. But first, you want to start with your company. Where are you right now? Where are you at in terms of operational effectiveness, in terms of operational efficiency? Do you have any plans in terms of scalability? Because if you are trying to get a Mac-friendly accounting software tool, you want to have the proper accounting foundation in place. So you got to have a clear idea about your accounting goals, about your accounting structure, about your accounting controls, your internal controls. Okay, so you got to have a clear idea. So once you clarify those points, then you start thinking about pricing. So you want to go for an accounting software tool that actually fits the sort of budget you have. And you also need to think about the features you're looking for, right? Some features are not the same. So when we talk about accounting software for Mac, you have to pay attention to features such as double entry accounting, for example, time tracking, for example, payroll, for example, access to customer portal, for example, and providing a mobile app for users. So especially for your Mac, for your iPhone app. And one thing I also need to say real quick is that you got to pay attention to, so those are the primary features. You also want to pay attention to ancillary features, what we call optional features. For example, when you think about things like multi-currency support, document management, invoicing, bill payment, and some form of training, okay? And you also need to think about third-party analysis. I mean, what we want to when we want to pay attention to is that you want to do customer reviews, so user reviews. So there are a lot of websites. You have Trustpilot, you have Triple B, Better Business Bureau. So you have those sites will give you a clear idea about what you really need in terms of management, in terms of analysis, in terms of making sure you have the right software. One thing I want to say also is that please make sure that you actually read reviews. You can watch videos like this one about, let's say, specific accounting software for the specific need that you have. That way, you can actually expand your intellectual capital on this particular topic, so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into before even signing up for the software. Okay, for the software service. So I want to give you a few pro tips. It's really important to understand that how do you choose an accounting software tool for Mac? And it's one of those things where you have to ask yourself, instead of asking yourself that way, I want to ask you another question. What are the elements that you need to pay attention to so you don't actually make a mistake? You don't make a boo-boo. You don't make a huge boo-boo when it comes to choosing an accounting software. Now, to find the ideal Mac-compatible accounting software tool, you want to consider the features that are most important to your business, right? So basically, it's all about the features. So what is important for you? Do you want to track inventory? Do you want to do job costing? Do you want to do just regular accounting, like double entry, or do you need financial reporting? Do you want, and when we talk about financial reporting, what's the level of granularity we are talking about? So those are elements that you need to pay attention to. So that's number one, the features that you really want to have in your Mac compatible or Mac friendly accounting software. Next, you want to think about the price, because budgeting is really important. So the product you choose should include all of those features at a price you can afford, right? You want to have so first you define the features that are quintessential, and then the features that are nice to have. And then you want to find a software tool that provides those necessary, the tier 1 features at an affordable price. And if you plan to, let's say, if you have plans to grow your business in the near future, it should also allow you to scale comfortably. So we're speaking about scaling capabilities, right? So you want to have, so how do you see that? Well, basically, you have, if you have accounting software for Mac that has different pricing plans or different pricing tiers, that you know that you can scale without a problem, because it just means that when you scale, you just move from one tier to another. Okay, as opposed to buying another type of software, you can basically just stay within the same family and just get upgraded. And if you are a startup or a newer venture, free or inexpensive accounting software is likely your best bet. But if you are a more established business with more complex needs, it may be worthwhile to spend a bit more to get let's say a great accounting software tool for Mac. But again, everything goes back to what I just said in terms of your needs, right? And please do not really focus too much on the cost, because cost is an important criterion. I understand that, but you have to look at the value added. In other words, you spend $300 or you spend $500 on software, but you're getting $3,000 in revenue. Okay, so this is the kind of calculus I want you to have, because otherwise you'll be just focused on pricing, and this is a bad start. Before we close to this conversation, I want to show you the approach we have on this show when it comes to analyzing, categorizing, and listing the top 5 or top 10 accounting software for Mac. Check this out right now. And please feel free to put the video on pause if you need to read more about our criteria. Not a problem at all. So we have 3 or 4 screenshots that we'll actually put on the screen one at a time. So check this out. All right, number 1, Margin Edge, our score 9.9 over 10. Number 2, we have Zoho Books, our score 9.7 over 10. Number 3, we have FreshBooks, our score 9.5 over 10. Number 4, we have Xero, our score 9.4 over 10. Number 5, we have QuickBooks, our score 9.2 over 10. Number 6, we have NetSuite, our score 9 over 10. Number 7, we have Sage, our score 8.9 over 10. Number 8, we have a Neat, our score 8.5 over 10. Number 9, we have a Cashew, our score 8 over 10. And number 10, we have here Wave Accounting, our score 7.4 over 10. Thank you so much for your accounting. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.